So you're looking for that subcompact firearm. Now you don't want to spend like super rich guy money on like a Hellcat or a 365. You don't want to be a Glock guy. You can't bring yourself to get a Smith & Wesson. So what do? Well, you could go with a Canic, or you could go Taurus. This is the first shots of the Taurus G3c. Let's get to work. Hey guys, Work here. Welcome back to Work the Trigger. Today we're going to be doing our first shot look at the Taurus G3c. This is the subcompact version of the, I almost said popular Taurus G3, but we'll just leave it at the Taurus G3. This is about a 3.5-inch barreled version that has a 12-round magazine. Now the cool part about this little guy is it does come with 3 magazines. Relatively rare, especially in the sub $400 price point. But this does come in a little bit more expensive than its big brother at $350 as opposed to about the $300 to $320 of the Taurus G3. Overall design of the firearm, very similar. No controls on the right-hand side, so it is not ambidextrous. Everything's over here on the left-hand side. We do have a slide release and a manual safety. That manual safety can be put on whether there is a round in the chamber or not, primarily because of this. This gun has the same second strike capabilities as its big brother, which means that if you have a hard primer or a light strike, you can pull that trigger again and the round will probably go off. Nifty little thing in a striker-fired gun. The sights, the front sight again looks to be a Glock sight. The rear sight, not sure what it is yet again. It is different than the G3. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe just real estate up here. But from here back, the gun looks pretty much the same anyway. It's really only the front part that has changed a whole lot. Now, in relation to its predecessor, the Taurus G2c, the G3c has a couple of upgrades, most of which that you're going to notice are the trigger. The trigger in the G3c has a bit of a flat face trigger. Now, it's not flat face as far as vertically goes, it's flat face as far as across the trigger face. The original G2c had a very rounded trigger face with a protruding trigger safety tab, made it extremely uncomfortable to shoot. The G3c gets rid of that. Now, let's go ahead and take a couple of shots through the G3c. We are going to run into the same problem as I had with the G3 with my high grip. I got to make sure that I choke down on it a little bit, or else I am going to get into a little bit of slide bite. Again, these are running 12-round magazines, very similar to most other subcompacts on the market. Let's take a couple of shots through this and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so after my first shots, my thoughts on this are, I actually like this more than the G3. It doesn't shoot a lot harder. I was expecting it to be a more substantial recoil to the G3C. It's really not that much different. I think the trigger in this is a little bit better, dare I say. I don't know if they're technically the same, but this particular one, a little bit better trigger than the G3. Let's go ahead and check the accuracy. I did notice the accuracy was not off, but maybe not what I was expecting. Let's go ahead and take 5 shots and see what we can pull off there. Okay, so group substantially better than the G3C. You can see here my first shot, threw it a little bit to the left, was standing at about 7 yards again, and the rest of them were right here. Not bad for irons that are, I mean, they're not the best irons. I would much prefer a pair of Dawsons or something like that. The blade width on these does give you a little bit of space to work with, but not a whole lot to really be able to get precision shots, but that's all right. I mean, 5 shots all on the head at 7 yards, I'll deal with that. I'm gonna take some more shots through this and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. Okay, so after some more shots, I am noticing this same rubbing on my middle finger as I was getting on the G3, where I get it up here and this slide texturing just bites right into the bottom of it, and as it pulls, it almost pinches, not quite, but almost. The sights are acceptable. Again, the trigger I feel is a little bit better maybe. The grip length is actually a really good grip length, especially with the magazines in. So with the magazine in, you can see I actually get a full grip on this gun. It's not like a Glock 26. A Glock 26, my finger hangs kind of down off the bottom a little bit. And the Glock 26 has this weird little chin down there and it tends to pinch. I've not gotten that pinching with this at all. It's actually been shooting really nicely. Way nicer than I expected it to shoot. And I do have one more mag for this, because this also takes the same mags as the G3c, and it will accept its parent mags, the G3. Alright guys, and that is it. That is our first shots through the Taurus G3c. Honestly, a gun that performed a lot better than I thought it was going to. I have a tendency of expecting cheap guns to shoot way worse than they do. I've been let down before, but this one actually not bad. I would take this, I think, over the G3. It something about it just feels a little bit more quality. Even though it's the exact same freaking gun, just a little bit smaller. Might be the slide coloring. I don't like two-tone guns, and the G3 that I have is currently two-tone. I do want to thank Harry's Holsters for sending this up here. It's actually up here for holster design, so if you're interested in a holster for a G3c or a G2, head over to harrysholsters.com and he'll get you hooked up. But honestly, I don't mind it. For 350 bucks, it's a pretty good value. I'm trying to think of other guns in the price range, and the Canik TP9 subcompact is really the only one that I can think of that's in that kind of sub 400 category that was a solid self-defense gun. The Shield has less rounds. It's got 4 less rounds and is usually 375 or up. The Shield, the new Shield Plus, is going to be way more than that. It's like over 500 for now, I think, and I think it'll probably settle in around 475, still 125 bucks more than the G3c. So thanks guys for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a like down below. If you like this video and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget to head over to workthetrigger.com. Over there, you're going to find affiliate links, coupon codes, and merch. Thanks one more time, guys. Remember, I appreciate every one of you, and until next time, do your research, get informed, and get to work.